Uh, Press start. Hey guys, I'm Isaac. We're here at Skid Row, downtown LA. It's Saturday morning and we're giving back to the community. Happy holidays and Christmas came early.
I I am homeless currently because I'm a victim of circumstances. Let me put it that way. What I mean by circumstances is I'm a victim of fraud and embezzlement.
Oh, wow.
I used to work for the federal government, believe it or not, but I used to work for the federal government helping survivors of natural disasters who were homeless, no fault of their own, because their properties were destroyed. Years later, it's like a flip. I find myself being homeless because of I'm a victim of fraud and embezzlement. My property was stolen from me. It was sold while I was in, traveling for FEMA, helping people that were victims. I shouldn't say victims, were because of a natural disaster, was homeless and helping them to get federal aid. So I myself was going through a lot of discrimination mostly because the condominium that I had owned and lived at for 27 years in Van Nuys, the board of directors throughout my residency has been giving me a hard time. When I started not being in Los Angeles and in another state or whatever, they found a reason to put a lien on my property. They put a lien on my property because the elevator broke. And each homeowner, 25 units, was supposed to pay $2,222.23. You see how I know the exact figure? I voted no. Part of the reason I voted no because in 1995, when we had the Northridge earthquake, remember I told them from Van Nuys, a lot of buildings collapsed or whatever. This same condominium building was awarded $1 million. This is 1994. You cannot tell me 10 years later you have no money to buy an elevator pump to fix the elevator. My thing is, why are you putting this hardship, 25 units, on each homeowner to pay that when you have been embezzling the money? So I voted no. Eventually, they put a lien on my property for this money they wanted me to pay. And again, my job was working for the federal government on the road. And they put a lien on my property and they got a trustee. Now, I got a lawyer and was fighting it. She put, and because I have an accent, I'm not saying it properly, she put what they call a LSPDN on while I had my lawyer. What a lesbian does, it notify trustees that my case was being litigated in the Van Nuys Superior Court. That is supposed to prevent any trustee from selling my property. Guess what? It was ignored.
Wow.
A LSPDN, when someone sells your property, it's null and void. That created my homelessness. Discrimination because I'm female, I know that, and because I'm black, and also because I'm outspoken, as you could tell, that have me in this homeless situation. Why am I homeless when it have a lesbian on my account before the court notifying a trustee my property cannot be sold, and if it's sold, it's null and void. The sale, yet still I'm homeless. I'm in a homeless shelter that is horrible. Okay? 88 on Broadway, because I'm a victim of fraud. Okay?
Yeah.
And there is a lot of, on these shelters, at least I could talk about this one. This is my first experience of being in a shelter. They're supposed to reform, the people that they take from the streets and have them in these shelters. Part of the reason why they have these shelters is because it's getting cold. okay? And no matter how you cut it, it comes back to the United States government, because if something happened to these people and they freeze to death, it's a responsibility, believe it or not, of the government. Hence the reason why they have these winter shelters. But the people that they have running it, they're not human. They treat you as if though you're a parasite. This is my evaluation. I complained. I think it's some Lassa or whatever. What's going on? It's filthy, those places. Where they have me, the only good thing about being there is I'm not in the streets. That's it. I have exhausted practically all the money I have saved in staying somewhere because I'm a victim of senior real estate fraud. And that judge, she dismissed my case without a judgment, okay? Without, when I say a judgment, even my hearing, it never went to trial. Endless discrimination because I'm black and female. So I'm homeless. Then now, the other part of my situation is fraud. And I have been dealing with this on my own. I used to be, still is a pro se litigant. But the difference is it's kind of hard for me because now I'm fluent talking to you guys. But I have memory issues. I have stage 4 chronic kidney disease. One step of having my blood washed. If I wasn't educated about my situation and how to take care of myself, I probably would be dead or who knows what else. Apart from stage 4 chronic kidney disease, I have dementia. That's the hardest one. I'm lucky that I'm fluent. It's not always like that. Okay? High blood pressure, low blood pressure. I'm constantly terrorized at that place. I am never there because I wasn't even aware that places like LA exist with all this squalor and all this filth and all. I wasn't aware. I was shocked. Okay? And that's the environment I am in with zero help. All I have is my ability to fight. That's it. But so much about me. I'm going to get out of there, don't worry. It's my American-born son that I sacrificed my life for and leave my youngest Trinidadian-born daughter, 8 years of age, to come here when he was about to leave high school in Trinidad to build a foundation for him that destroyed me fraudulently by the women he married. I'm living on borrowed time. I'm living for a reason. Because I got so sick, I think, and not too worse, either it's 2000 or 2010, that I nearly died. Okay? I'm living for a reason. And I had given this American-born son, because I was hospitalized here, Olive View Medical Center. I have my medical records, okay, when I was hospitalized, and they diagnosed me with all those illnesses I told you all about. Because the only child, I have 4 children, the only child I had, because I was in the United States, I gave him all my credentials. Because in my mind, I wanted him to have power of attorney over my estate. Because I had property in Trinidad as well. He married 2 women. First one, condominium I bought for him over here, I realized that she was causing him to rack up a lot of bills. He filed bankruptcy. And I know that that place would have gone into foreclosure. So even though I didn't want it to be a property owner in the United States, I had to become one to save it. Okay? That's how I ended up with this property in Van Nuys. As a mother, and I know everybody have a parent, as a mother, because I never, and I'm not trying, you all are Americans, I'm not trying to put America down. But unfortunately for me, I came into the Black Power movement days, and I was heavily involved with it, with the oppression. I don't like oppression of human beings, people of any kind, okay? I'm a vigilante for justice. Always was, always would be. Okay? So when I came to the United States, I didn't like it. But my husband, he's dead, he wanted to be here. And that same child that is American citizen was born here. When my deceased husband started to have hallucination like he was going up, I took my son, he was 2 years, raised him, educate him over there as a single parent. Came back here, I was 44. I'm 75 now. To build a foundation for him with the intention of going back. Years later, I'm still here. Okay? And what is so hurtful for me, actually, normally when I talk about it, I used to cry, but the tears are dried up. Now with a mentality, excuse my language, I have a kick-ass mentality. Period. I sacrifice more for him than any of my other Trinidadian-born children, especially my youngest daughter. She paid the price. And she is the only one in my corner on the phone. I understand I should not be alone physically, not with dementia. I know that. But my circumstances is as such, I have to be alone. And I am in an environment that I shouldn't be in. Take, for instance, this morning. They do unnecessary searches. Because like I said, I used to work for the federal government. And I know, yes, the guards have a job, to search. They have the whatever. You don't go through all my personal stuff like how they go through this. You don't do that. That's one. This laptop, in fact, I don't have the laptop. It's papers, it's documents. Because I am still fighting. Well, right now, the solely property, I appealed it, that's on a back burner, but I have to get my stuff together for this fraud and embezzlement. Because this woman, last wife, embezzled every penny I own. I am penniless and homeless, no fault of my own. And I'm subject to people at this home in 88th and Broadway treating me like a second-class citizen. That's what I'm going through. This morning, yesterday, I bought food. I don't eat what they eat because what they give the residents there, it's not good for my health. I have to have a certain diet, and I buy my own food, period. Because I get what they call EBT or food stamps, so I buy my own food. But anyways, bringing it back to today. Yesterday I bought food because I'm never there, just so my mind could be free. So I couldn't eat everything that I bought. So I brought the leftovers. So this morning I brought the leftovers downstairs. I said, would have it. This power tripping woman, because they all have a problem with me, she telling me, oh, you're not supposed to bring food here. Excuse me? I see with my own eyes other residents buying their food, coming and eating it there. Because what they give the resident, I wouldn't feed it to a dog. In fact, we treat our dogs, our animals better than how they treat the people down there. I complain about them. I complain about the cleanliness of the place. I complain. You don't reform somebody by treating them badly. If you want to reform someone, show some human compassion. Okay? Show some understanding. Try to become the person who's in this unfortunate situation. Because before they got there, there was somebody. Just like you. Well, I'm talking about you. Just like who's over there. But at that shelter, they treat you as if though their word is the last word. You have no word, you have no say. So just imagine a person like me. in environments like that. I'm always clashing horns with them because I refuse to be disrespected and to be treated less than a human being. I refuse. I reported and I'm going to keep reporting them because they have no right treating people that are unfortunate the way they do. I mean, come on. You giving adults the kind of cereal you'll give your kid. Kid needs a lot of energy, so that, you give them this cereal full of sugar. I can't have that. Come on. And then the food that they feed, it's not healthy at all for me. I am just fortunate that I'm in a position to take care of myself. I have the smarts, and I also know what I need to do. I'm 75, sorry. Would be 76 in March. A lot of people don't know my age. Okay? Every human being is master of their own destiny. You were born that way. Society brainwashed you to think a different way. Everything every one of you all need to survive is within you. You could be your own. You could be as great as you want to be. You have to believe in yourself. And who knows? I came here because my insulin pen, I don't have no needles for it. Okay? And I was reusing the needle. You're not supposed to. Supposed to use a new needle every day. Wasn't aware the pharmacy is closed. There was a nurse I tried to ask to see if, they have a needle that they could give me, and she did try. Now, I find it hard to believe that if this is a hospital, I think it is, that they don't have pens. But it's neither here nor there. No one is obligated to me. I'm obligated to myself. I know that. Okay? So this is the situation I am in. I'm a survivor, and I'm surviving it. And as long as I'm breathing, I refuse to how I look at it, to stand behind because I'm black, because I'm female, because of whatever stupidity is in somebody else's brain. I refuse. Period. That's what I have to say. So most of the people that are homeless, what you all should think, they were just like you guys. But society, I want to say society, the rules by which we have to live, it's not everyone that has the understanding that if I do this, I'm going to lose this. I do. But I find myself in a situation where not so much the property, because the property I was surviving when they sold my property, but stealing all my money, and I'm at a stage I cannot work. I am medically disabled. Who's going to hire me? That's evil. This on my back here, I'm going all the way to Van Nuys because I'm more comfortable there. When I was at the library down by 88 or whatever, people in society are so controlling. Okay? I mentioned to you guys I have high and low blood pressure. I have been diagnosed maybe about 10 years. I'm not too correct on how the longevity of how long, but I know my symptoms. So I have to drink water to always flush out the kidney. So I bought that and I brought some potato chips because I could feel my sugar tipping, my pressure actually. I know how I feel. So when you have I don't have raw salt, but when you have something with salt, it brings it up. The receptionist had a problem with that. They don't try to understand your situation. society on the whole, whoever is in charge or whatever, they're always power tripping, in my way of thinking. Nobody power trip on me. And I hope that my take on what you all are asking me about homelessness could help in some way. Because these men and women, at one time, they were like you guys. They were somebody baby. They were loved. They were appreciated. Who knows? They probably was a plus to society in whatever they used to do, like you guys. No one knows what the tomorrow would bring. Did I know I would be in this situation? No. I was one of the so-called middle-class people. My own condominium, handling my own storage. I work for the federal government, making good money. As I put the money in, my son wife was taking it out. In this backpack, I'm going through the years, 7 years of fraud chase. And I am sick to my stomach when I see how much money this woman was embezzling from me. And I wasn't aware of it. I just became aware of it in March of last year, when she tried to withdraw $495 and it bounced like a rubber ball. Wasn't aware of it. So that's all I have to say. So all I'm saying is the government, the American government is trying to, they have things in place to help homeless people. Okay? Because if they didn't, I wouldn't be staying at that shelter. But what the federal government have no control over, I realize, is the people running it. They have no control over that. And that's unfortunate. I am glad that you all give me the opportunity to voice my opinion and how I feel. But I am one of the fortunate ones, because I think I came there in October. I don't think next year, 2026, gonna find me there.
I see.
But I am one of the fortunate ones. What about all the other people? I mean, come on, it's a vicious cycle here. These people who run in there, they don't care about the people there, they care about a paycheck. Human beings, and they're supposed to take care of, they care of a paycheck. Imagine she watching me and my face, and when I tell her I have medical issues, oh, I have diabetes too. You don't understand, shut your ignorant mouth. Every human being is different. You might be diagnosed with a condition, but it doesn't mean to say your condition is like his. Yours could be a little extreme. And with me, I going through so much. It's high blood pressure. It's low blood pressure. Either way. It's dementia. That's the hardest. And it's chronic kidney disease. I pray to God every day, don't ever allow my kidney situation to deteriorate. Could you imagine me in a situation like that and having to have my blood washed every 3 months? No, it's my faith in a higher power that governs all of us that have me going, not the system. So what I would leave you young people with, these people are human, okay? And also you all should learn that too. The only person responsible for you is you. Everything you need is right here. You don't always have to be vocal. But you have to know the path that you are on and the direction to take. In life, there are many different directions. You get influences from, I'm talking to you young people. You get influences from all around you. You know, always be true to yourself. If is any human being you want to listen to and give the respect, is your parents. You know why? They're responsible for your breeding. They could have made a choice not to have you, but they didn't. Okay? Your first love was your parents, and it would be the last. No one could love you more than your parent. And for what I'm going through because of my son, I can't begin to describe the pain I just feel. Because I don't deserve it. And I'm going to put she in jail and he would lose everything. He works for Whole Foods. He over the whole store, all the managers. He's going to lose everything. And justice is going to be mine. I'm going to have the pleasure to visit her in jail. She want to be a criminal, she going to be amongst criminals. You don't come here, it's because of me. If I didn't have an American-born son, she wouldn't know what the United States looked like and destroy me? Excuse me? But thank you guys.
Thank you so much for that. You have a very powerful story. We'd like to
you
give you a
very
parting
much.
gift. We know due to your health issues that some of these things might be of help to you.
Oh, you want to give me something?
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. So, yeah, it's a kind of Christmassy. Sorry, we're like boys, so we don't know how to decorate, but
No, that's
Very-
okay.
very kind of Christmassy.
No, it's
No, this is
thought.
no. We really want to give you this, and also like
Oh my
some snacks as well. Yeah. Can we get a granola bar? Because we know she has low sugar. Yeah.
No, I probably can't have that.
Oh, I see. I see.
Okay.
Don't.
That sugar,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Yeah, let's give it a bag. The whole bag,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, no problem, yeah.
Oh, can I have
Oh,
it?
yeah, no problem,
Oh
yeah.
my God, thank you guys.
Yeah, no problem, yeah.
You are doing a good job. Continue, okay? Continue. I need my help from you. Thank you.
Have a nice
Hey, have a nice
Yeah,
day.
it's good to see young people like you guys
problem.
doing this.
Yeah,
You know, and I hope you all get a better understanding of the people that are there. Because it could be like you guys.
yeah.
Or they, at one time they were.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's just my evaluation.